What in Malakath's name did they do to you? You had more holes in you than a block of the chater cheese after a skeever attack. I tended to your wounds as best I could, but I'm kind of surprised you woke up at all. Not sure. I slipped inside before Kurog locked down the keep, found you lying on the floor and dragged you back here before all the Voshroks showed up. I thought they were awesomer soldiers at first, but those are definitely the cultists up there. They're headed for the moot. It's going to start soon. Kurog and the chiefs don't realize what they're walking into. It's going to be a bloodbath. I knew it. The tuskless bastard. He plans to kill the chiefs and unite the clans over the corpses of our people. Despicable. They're holding the moot in the mountains overlooking the city. A path beyond the throne room leads right to it. You go ahead. Just watch yourself. Those Voshrok maniacs aren't going to stand aside and let you march in there. I'll go gather some other allies in the city. If you run into problems, meet me outside the keep, and we'll figure something else out. Before Kurog started all this, I honestly never gave it a lot of thought. It certainly goes against all our most cherished traditions. I have to admit, there are advantages to a united Orc nation, but not this way. Not this way. Who can say? I want to believe that Kurog started out with the best intentions. He thought the death of Iceheart would unite us under his banner. But the clan chiefs, they're a stubborn lot. I assume that he and Olga had it in mind, just in case. I can't help wonder if this is my fault, though. I should have talked to Kurog, listened to what he had to say. Instead, I turned away. I refused to hear him out, and now look where we are. Some of Kurog's ideas have merit, I'll give him that. But the cost he's willing to bear to see his plans through to fruition. Murder. A city built on fresh graves, and the madness doesn't end there. No, it doesn't. The United Nation at his beck and call. Kurog assembles an army, and then he points that army at our supposed enemies. Suddenly it's the awesomer against the world, for good or ill. We're strong, the strongest people in Tamriel, but there's no way the Orcs could stand against the combined might of 8 other nations. Kurog has a different opinion, but he's wrong. He'll march us to glory, and all we'll find is mass extinction.
King Kurog! I will kill you for that!
My beloved says the moot is off limits. I'm sorry it's come to this, but you leave us no choice.
feeling I'd find you here. Kurog sealed the route to the moot, didn't he? I had a feeling I'd find you here. Kurog sealed the route to the moot, didn't he? Damn it. Most of my contacts have gone deep into hiding, and we're no closer to saving the chiefs than we were when I scraped you up off the floor of the keep. Let me see that. You can get to the moot through the temple. I had no idea that path existed, but they sent soldiers. I hope Everlee can handle things until we get there. You go ahead and check on the Wood Elf. I'll meet you there. I have one more place where I can look for some help. If I'm successful, it might make the path to the moot slightly less complicated. I'm well aware of that. I'm counting on the start of the moot to keep them distracted, but I won't take any unnecessary chances. Besides, I was supposed to be dead by now. You've done more for me and my people than I could have ever expected. Thank you. Now get to the temple and make sure Everlee and the High Priestess are all right. The temple, besieged by weapon-wielding fanatics twice in the same season. It's insane. Kurog has set this avalanche in motion. Now it's up to us to try to stop it. I know you will. I've seen you in action. I have a feeling that the fate of Wrothgar depends on what we do next. Our actions, whether we succeed or fail, will determine the future of Orsinium and the Orc people. How could it not? The temple, the moot. Those are the fires that will test our mettle. We'll either come out stronger or be consumed in the flames. Now go help Solgra.
This isn't a good time to visit the temple. We have a bit of a situation. I humbly suggest that you come back later. If this is about that incident with the fanatics, you should take it up with the king. In these difficult times, misunderstandings can quickly spiral out of control and lead to situations we'd all rather avoid. But, oh, if you insist. When the king's soldiers banged on the doors, Solgra and the Wood Elf ran upstairs and outside. The soldiers knocked us aside and chased after them. I'm not sure what's going on, but the soldiers were very angry. She told the Wood Elf to keep up, and then they were both running like soldiers were chasing them. Usually Solgra is so proper. If the soldiers hadn't had their weapons drawn, I'm sure she would have gone with them quietly. There she is! Don't let the traitor get away!
Tell the king, I'll play no part in his political games.
I'm warning you. Back off, or you'll feel the sting of my arrows. Am I glad to see you? I was about to start putting arrows into the soldiers when you showed up. No way was I going to let them get close to the High Priestess.
What in Trinimac's name is going on? Why did Kurog send soldiers after us? They acted like we'd done something horrible. I didn't want to worry Everlee, but I was frightened for our lives. I'm just glad you arrived when you did. Vosh'Rag? I don't understand. But no, they didn't hurt me. Not for lack of trying, though. So tell me, what kind of trouble are we in now? What a ridiculous notion. Trinimac stands for unity and civilization, Not anarchy and violence, like those Wrothgar fanatics claim. Dare I ask, Everly never got to tell me what was going on before the soldiers barged in. Who's behind all this? We can't allow that to happen. But what are you doing here, helping us? The clan chiefs are more important. You should be at the moot, doing whatever you can to foil the king's despicable plan. There's a path to the moot through the temple. The old tunnels, of course. That must be what you're talking about. Here, take this key. It opens the temple library. If there really are old tunnels, the way to access them is probably in there.
There she is! My arrow will find its mark!
More soldiers! Stay back, High Priestess!
Everly, no! Find whoever did this. I'll get her back to the temple. Go!
Damn it! The interfering wood elf got in the way! Fall back! Stop them! Don't let the traitors get past you! I surrender! I surrender! You killed some of our best soldiers. I know when I'm outmatched. I have my orders. Don't you know that High Priestess Solgra is a criminal, an enemy of the Orsimer? She's the leader of the Vashrak. You should thank me for what I've done. How would I know such a thing? I'm just a simple soldier. I'm not a cultist in disguise, and even if I were, you can't prove a thing. Do with me as you will, outsider. I serve a higher cause. You're going to let me live? The Forge Mother was right. You are a coward. There's no iron in your spine. You can't win, outsider. Trinimac is on our side after all. You'll regret letting me live, but I'll enjoy watching the king tear you apart.
Everly's one tough wood elf. She's clinging to life and won't let go. She asked to speak to you when you have a moment.
Is that you? Oh yeah, that's you. I'd recognize those footfalls anywhere. Solgra. Solgra says the arrow just missed my heart. Never knew an orc who could shoot worth a damn anyway. Well, except for those catapulteers back at Frostbreak. They were pretty amazing. So, be honest with me. Am I going to be alright? That bad, huh? Well, don't worry about me. You've got more important things to deal with. Like the clan chiefs. You're going to go after Kurog, aren't you? I used to think he was a good ruler. Strong, honorable. But he's a menace. He's let himself become more important than his ideas. So go and do what you do so well. I'll wait right here. Recovering. I want to be ready for the next adventure.
From the Book of Trinimac. Orsium, hear his words.
This wasn't supposed to happen. I should have never sent her here by herself.
Everly saved me. I plan to return the favor.
Kurog won't get away with this little one. We'll stop him.
Kick him in his tusks. For me,
Rest now, Everly. You need your sleep.
I need to speak to you for a moment. This way.
You welcome the dead to an endless parade of war. Share with us your blessing.
Are you as mad about what happened as I am? We need to use that outrage to bring Kurog down. If we can get to the moot, he's going to throw everything he has at us to slow us down. I've heard about the tunnels under the city. Kurog left the ancient pathways in place and just built the new structures on top. I suppose if the passage is clear, we can reach the moot using that route. Then let's go investigate the library. We'll turn over every floorboard and bookcase until we find something. This isn't going to be like drinking mead with the Nords. We're talking about defying the king. At best, we'll be branded as Kingslayers. At worst, we'll be dead. This isn't your fight, not really. Are you still ready to go through with this? I understand. Even a snow bear pauses to consider the elk before delivering the killing blow. Just remember what Kurog plans to do to the clan chiefs, to our friends, even to you. Time is running out, so don't take too long to make up your mind. Then we take the fight to Kurog and Alga. If they refuse to yield, then we fight on until either they or us can fight no more. Kurog's reign ends today. So swears Bazrog of Clan Farron. So swears Bazrog of the Orsimer. Look at this mess. We'll never find anything in here. Look around and see if you can find something that looks like a hidden passage. You'd think that temple priests would be neater. These manuscripts... You'd think that temple priests would be neater. These manuscripts... Look everywhere. It'll probably be something odd or out of place, like those switches over there. Well, I'll be a puny dark elf. You found it. I guess we're climbing down that hole. Once we get inside, find Kurog and take him down. We need to save as many chiefs as we can. There's still time if we move fast. We need to open this gate. Stand aside and let me work. Get ready to get those people out of there. You leave me no choice. I'll unite the clans over your dead bodies. Archers! Eliminate the clan chiefs!
We've been betrayed. Defend yourselves!
And now the last guest has arrived! I'm gonna make you pay for your disloyalty! Clan chiefs, over here! Hurry! This gate is heavier than it looks! As impressive as always, but it doesn't matter. My soldiers are already moving to block the tunnels. But even impressive criminals must pay for their crimes. I'm gonna deal with you personally. Bow before the king of the earth! Your death will be quick if you'd stand still! I demand a blood price for my mother's death outright! Die by my sword, wretch! Mother, grant me your power. May the fires of your forge engulf the traitors. Send you to the depths of oblivion! Saved many of the chiefs. You fought valiantly, bravely. Maybe the best display of martial skill I've ever seen. I just wish we weren't forced to become kingslayers. Kurog and his mother are dead, but look at the price he made us pay. The murdered chiefs, but they're just the tip of Malekith's tusk. More orcs will die as they fight to take control of their clans, all the while ignoring the approach of winter and the coming starvation. I've seen enough death for 2 lifetimes. No. Kurog went from good intentions to madness faster than a hawker swallows a bucket of fish. Killing him was the right thing to do. In the end, he left us no choice. How could it not? Once Kurog was like a brother to me. He was a great orc, a visionary, before his mother corrupted him. But I've become as gloomy as a drunken dark elf on a rainy day. Must be because Kurog won, despite everything we did. Please, enough talk. I want to be alone for a while. Think about what happened here and what has to happen next. Meet me back at the keep. We'll continue this discussion then, and you'll get the explanation you desire. May your path to the Ashen Forge be lit with the braziers of courage, my one-time blade brother.
clans. You earned their respect by what you did in there. Follow me. I can lead you back to the keep. The path should be safe enough now. Just stay close and follow me.
Be damned! Isn't...
You're just in time. We finished clearing out the Vashrock and the remaining chiefs are waiting for me to address them. But word of Kurog's death is spreading through the city like wildfire. I don't know how the people will react to the news. Not completely. I'm sure there are still pockets of deluded cultists hiding throughout the countryside. We'll deal with them eventually. Right now, I need to figure out what to do with the clans that lost their chiefs, and with this damnable city. Kurog dreamed of a united Orcimer nation, of all Orc clans standing shoulder to shoulder as equals with the other races. Despite everything that happened, I think he's going to get his wish. It will all become clear in time. Right now, I need to talk to the chiefs. Figure out how we're going to stabilize the clans without the need for more death and destruction. If you're up to it, I have one more favor to ask of you. You came to Wrothgar to help Kurog unite our people and rebuild this great city. Despite how we got here, you accomplished everything the king asked of you. Now I have a request. If you're willing to provide one more service to the Orcs. This last favor is of a more personal nature. I want to give Kurog a proper funeral, to honor him for the warrior and leader he was, and not the crazed despot he turned out to be. I do. Kurog was my friend once, and he was a great Orc before his ambition got the better of him. Besides, the people need to know the whole truth, the good as well as the bad. A traditional Orc requiem is just what we need to get past this. Take these notes and deliver them. Everyone should be somewhere in the city. Make them listen to you. Get them to attend Kurog's funeral. Meanwhile, I'll make sure everything is prepared for the ceremony. On your way back, after you've delivered the letters, stop by the King's Corner Club. Speak to the barkeep, and get a bottle of Kurog's favorite ale. It's foul stuff, but he loved it. We'll use it to drink to his memory at the service. Happy? What an odd question. To tell you the truth, I never thought I'd live to see the city rise again, but I've been wrong before. You're a good example of that. If you're asking if I'm proud of what Kurog created, then yes, I guess I am. The thought has crossed my mind. At least under Kurog as part of the Daggerfall Covenant, we were considered strong. We had allies. That's something I need to think about. I used to dismiss Kurog and his deals with our enemies. Now I'm not so sure. Emmerich's agreement was with Kurog, not the clan chiefs. We need to discuss our options and make a decision. Hopefully before the next siege camp sets up outside our walls. Old friends, I'm glad to see you. This is very important to me.
I'm just sorry I missed all the action. It looks like you could have used another hand or two.
Bum nog and hands. I think it's an obsession.
Thank you for gathering, everyone. It's important that they're all here to see what happens next. We proceed with the funeral. The ceremony is as much about Kurog and the others as it is about the future of the city, of the Orsimer people. Everyone will want to be here for this. Don't worry. I'm not planning anything as audacious as Kurog. Everyone in the city has a choice to make. But it will be peaceful. Nothing will be forced upon them. No more harm will come to the Orsimer. You have my word on that. We need to stop dwelling on things we can't control. We need to move forward. Now please, we should begin the ceremony. There will be things I ask you to do during the Requiem. Listen to what I say, and act accordingly. I believe we're ready to begin.
Hope you weren't planning to start without me, Chief.
Everly, it's good to see you here. Everyone, in fact. Thank you all for coming. Kurog's intentions were good, but his actions were not. Let's set aside the actions and re-examine his intentions. Even a good orc can fall prey to ill-conceived notions. We need to bury the past with the king, and look to the future. Outsider, step forward. Your help has been invaluable, and I want you to be a part of this. Please, light the first torch. Ignite these fires to remember Kurog's true goal. Unity for the Orsimer people. Instead, we have clans without chiefs. A city without a king. We will support these people. Guide them. We must look to tomorrow. Outsider, light the second torch. We'll burn away the past and guide us to the future. Remember the Kurog who was. Strong, confident. A king who cared about his people. We will carry on that legacy, offering help, but never forcing it upon anyone, much to my regret. The clan chiefs have asked me to take on the mantle of King of the Orsimer. This request, I have cautiously agreed. We cannot be seen as weak and leaderless to the rest of the world. I shall uphold Kurog's dream, but I will avoid his ambition. We shall stand together as the new Orsinium. Say your farewells, then return to the keep. We must put this darkness behind us and celebrate a new day.
I'd be honored. King Basrag, your majesty?
What a welcome surprise. Thank you, King Basrag.
Did you hear? I'm going to stay here and help King Basrog. Still not sure what I'll be doing, but he mentioned forming an archery unit. I'll get my own squad. I'll have to think up a clever name. Something dashing. I'm better. Much, actually. Hey, I wanted to tell you that I forgive you. For Talvia. Not that you ask, mind you. I don't know what happened in there, but I know you saved people. Solgra, me. If Talvia had to die, I know you had no choice. You mean the arrow in the chest? I'm still sore, but I can move around on my own. Solgra says I need lots of rest, but that can wait. I'm not going to miss a chance to say goodbye to everyone, especially you. Plus, I have an amazing scar now. No idea. Not even sure what an archery unit does other than loose arrows at things. I get to be a captain, though. Investigator Vale doesn't even have her own squad. Well, except in that one book, but you remember what happened to them. I'd give you a huge hug right now if I wasn't so sore. I don't suppose you'd be willing to stick around? Stay with us for a while? I'm still not sure what's going to happen once you disappear. It's going to take some getting used to. Figured you'd say that. Maybe I'll track you down one day, and we can get into some more trouble together. I'm going to miss you. Just be safe out there, alright? I'll be around if you ever need me.
I know I have you to thank that I lived to see this moment. Everly filled me in on some of the trials you underwent when investigating the Voshrak base. There were tough decisions to be made, yet here we stand, alive and well. King Basrag informed me that he plans to return the temple to its original purpose, as a shrine to Malakath. I'm not sure what that means for the Trinomac priesthood, but he has requested that I serve as a royal advisor. Upset? No. Disappointed? Most definitely. I can't dispute the fact that Trinomac fanatics caused so much trouble. If returning the city to Malakath makes up for that, who am I to argue? I'm a priest of Trinomac, and I always will be, whether we have a temple of our own or not. These people, they've become my family. I'll stay and help the new king for as long as he needs me. And if I happen to give a few sermons, who can blame me? I'm going to miss you, my friend. I truly believe that Trinomac sent you to us when we needed you most. I wish you well. If you ever have need of me, I'll do my best to be at your side.
Your courage and resilience in the face of adversity do you honor, my friend. If not for you, the clan chiefs and I wouldn't be standing here, and I certainly wouldn't be king. So this is all your fault, isn't it? I haven't been king long enough to form an opinion. I hope the crown isn't as heavy as Kurog made it look. You have a place here with the people of Orsinium, but as much as I'd like you to stay, I know there are others out there who need your help. Stay as long as you want, but as king, I declare that your service to Orsinium has come to an end. If anyone else in Wrothgar still needs your help, then by all means you should provide it. I need to continue to meet with the clan chiefs and reach out to other influential orcs in the city. We have a government to forge and alliances to foster. There's a lot of work, but I think I finally understand what Kurog was trying to do. And you. Take this. It belonged to Kurog, but you earned it. I hope I can do as much for my people as you did for Orsinium. I will do my best to live up to the faith that you and the clan chiefs have seen in me. Your name will never be forgotten by the Orsimer. We will talk of your deeds for generations to come. Now, we'll find a way for the clans to work together, to fulfill Kurog's original dream of a united and strong people. Orsinium will stand forever. There's enough of the fanatics left to be a pain in my side. But we have ways of separating the bad from the good. It might take a while, but we'll put an end to the Vashrock before too long. Orcs have no concept of goodbye. We just come and go as we please. But you're always welcome in Orsinium, my friend. I'll be here cleaning up the mess that Kurog left us with. Just try not to get killed without me, all right? Good. I knew you would. I wish you safe travels. I'll try not to get too jealous while I'm stuck here being a royal bureaucrat and you're out there being a